First, live, local. This is Fox 12 Now.
Hello and welcome to Fox 12 Now. I'm Greg Nibbler. As always, we appreciate you joining us. I say it every time because I mean it. And don't forget, you can download the Fox 12 Oregon app. You may already be watching on that, but if you're not, it's a great way to watch this show and everything else that we do here. And you can watch all these episodes afterward as well. And if you do know our show, you know we get to have longer form conversations about a lot of different things. And today, we're going to be talking about student education, in particular, community college education, and some of the struggles that students have with that. And we're going to be discussing that with someone who's trying to do something pretty unique to raise some funds to help those students out. I'm talking about the president of Clackamas Community College, a guy by the name of Dr. Tim Cook. And Tim joined us to talk about his plan to do something which is pretty wild. He's going to run 1,500 miles in 50 days to visit all 17 community colleges around the state of Oregon. The state of Oregon is pretty big. That's a lot of different places, 1,500 miles in 50 days. And he's doing this all to, as I mentioned, to help out and raise money. So each college is doing something different to raise money to help out students in their area. But we got into that, discussed really his career and how he got into being a president at a community college, and then also what drove him to want to do something as wild as that. So here we go. Here's Dr. Tim Cook. Really appreciate you having some time to talk to us here about this mission that you have set up for yourself. We're going to get to that part, but I think to give everybody a base level of understanding, do you mind just letting everybody know, what your position is and where you fit into this world of community colleges?
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks very much for having me. My name is Tim Cook, and I'm president of Clackamas Community College in Oregon City, Oregon, just south of Portland there. I've been president now at the college about 7 years, and we're one of 17 community colleges in Oregon.
Okay, and so you've been there for a while. And what is it that drew you, to this position?
To the position at Clackamas?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I worked in higher ed for, almost 35 years and kind of done a little bit of everything. I was a faculty member, I was a dean of students, I was a VP, and a lot of different pieces. But I'm actually from Oregon City. This is my hometown. And so when the opportunity came up, a little over 7 years ago to throw my hat in the ring for this job, I couldn't pass it up. And I have to tell you, it's pretty amazing to be, president of a college and back where I grew up.
Oh, that's kind of the dream right there, I would imagine, coming back
it's amazing. Yeah. It's pretty amazing. Yeah.
Well, and in order to do that, you obviously have to have a love of education, number one. I mean, that makes sense. But also of, these students that are going there, students that are from all walks of life, looking to change their lives in some way, shape, or form through education. And what is it about that part of it that so draws you into this?
Oh, the community college mission that we are open access, anybody and everybody can come. Last year, our youngest graduate was 15, our oldest was 72. I mean, it's just, literally anybody and everybody can come, and people are coming because they want to transfer, because they want to, get a job, because they want to learn something new. I was the first person in my family to go to college. So having a mission like this where really our sole purpose is to help people achieve their dreams and kind of better their lives. I can't think of any other place I'd rather be, quite frankly.
And, for those students, what are some of the big, I guess, quite frankly, challenges? What are some of the obstacles and things that they're going through right now in the current climate that we're in?
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, many of our students are single parents or just parents, and they're working and they're trying to go to school. Something like over 75% of our students are part-time, so they're not the traditional ones you think of that are going off and living in the dorms or something. They're trying to raise families. They're trying to work. They're trying to go to school and do all that. So that's not easy. What really, though, caught me a few years back and has really been on my mind a lot is just that more and more of their basic needs. I mean, we have just on our campus over 16% that said they were houseless at some point in the last year. Over 40% that had food, insecurity and food issues. And so just the, trying to survive and trying to get to school, that we see students all the time that are maybe one bill away from getting evicted, one rent payment or something, and trying to help make sure that they can get that done and stay in school and finish up their degree.
Yeah, and while balancing family and life and job and all
everything.
That.
Yeah. Everything. Yeah.
Well, there is something unique that you have come up with to help draw attention to some of these things, and I think we should get into that. So, tell us all about your plan.
Unique is a great word for it, and thank you. That's really kind. So, I'm planning this summer, starting right after graduation, to run to all 17 of the community colleges. And I say run because I will be literally every day running about 32 miles a day to hit all 17 of them, starting on the east side of the state in Ontario, Oregon, running through all the way and finishing up in early August in the Gorge at Columbia Gorge Community College. So 1,500 miles over about 50 days.
1,500 miles in 50 days. I want to talk about this route that you're going to be doing and how all that planning worked out. I mean, I got to ask, I mean, you must be a runner by nature here.
Yeah, I've been a runner for, over 20 years. I've been a marathoner, an ultra marathoner. I've done 47 marathons to date. I'm finishing up running every state, and I'm up to 36 states. I'll be in North Carolina next week for my 37th state. And so I run a marathon probably about every 3 months. So I kind of maintain that marathon shape level. And then I've done a number of longer ultra marathons, or multi-day types of things. So I've never done anything like this. This is pretty, this is pretty ambitious, but I'm pretty sure, I can manage it. I won't be setting any speed records, but I'm, getting out every day and getting the miles done. I think is definitely doable.
Hearing then, that level of training, this seems slightly less insane to be doing that.
Slightly less.
So 1,500 miles in 50 days, and you mentioned, so you're going to go to all 17 of these of the community colleges that
That's
are here.
correct.
So when you're going through to these, what is it that you're going to be doing at each college once you get there?
Yeah, that's actually been kind of the fun part of this. So so all the colleges are in on this. They all think this is fantastic. In fact, as I'm talking to you, I'm at a statewide conference with the other community colleges. So I've been talking to them about what they have planned. Each of them is doing some type of an event when I come into campus, whether it's having students run in with me or staff run in with me, and then maybe some type of a fundraiser around that. Some of them are getting a little more creative. Blue Mountain Community College up in Pendleton had talked something about horses and tractors and some other things that might get involved. Eugene's interested in getting, something around Hayward Field and, something around that. So each community is pretty unique, right? And so they're all working on their own piece. Actually, I just heard the three northern coastal colleges are actually having a competition to see who can raise the most as I come running through the coast. The way we set it up is we've gotten sponsors for all the costs for the crew and the RV and the rest. And so all the money that gets donated, people get to choose which college they want to support. So as I'm in, when I'm in Klamath Falls, I'm assuming people are going to want to support Klamath Falls, your Klamath Community College, and they can do that. So that's the other kind of unique part about this. It'll go directly to where people want it to go to in their communities.
And people can go and donate to this cause as you come into town.
Absolutely. Yeah, we've got a website now, and if you think about it as an old school jogathon, like elementary schools do, 1,500 miles. If you donate a nickel per mile, it's $75. And so I've been trying to get people to think about it like this is a really, really, really long jogathon.
I mean, and yeah, definitely you would have to have a support staff, I would imagine. Yeah.
Yes. I'm fortunate. My wife thinks this is a fantastic idea, so she's coming on the whole trip in the RV. I've got college friends and other people that are going to come along and crew and help make sure we've got places to stay every night, and we've got food and the rest. So it's going to be quite an adventure.
How many pairs of shoes do you think you'll go through?
I'm guessing probably 5 or 6. Usually for me, it's about 300-ish miles when I can tell that they need to be swapped out. So yeah, looks like Nike's going to donate the shoes and support from that end. So that's pretty exciting too.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. So you'll be taken care of then on that aspect.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I think, my final thing here, which is, this is so cool, what you're doing. It's so ambitious. You have the training to do this, I think. I feel like you'll be okay. But, for everybody out there, for this cause that you're doing, for you, what is it about the community colleges, and we'll say particularly here in Oregon, that makes them so special for you, and how you would encourage people to support them?
What I think surprises people is that when they learn this is a little over 200,000 students in Oregon go to community college. And that is 52% of everybody that goes to college in Oregon. So the majority of students in Oregon are going to community colleges. We don't have big marketing budgets. We don't have football teams. I mean, we don't, we kind of just are behind the scenes doing the work and making sure people are taken care of in their communities. That's our job, right? Is to take care of our communities and be there. And so for me, what's exciting about this is to really draw attention to these students who are, live next door to you, or, are trying to do what they can to better their lives and maybe just need that little extra support. That's what my why when I think about getting out and running all day, every day, is really thinking about these students and what we can do to bring some awareness and hopefully some financial support too.
That's fantastic. And those funds, so when they go to those colleges, just to clarify that for everybody, how are those funds distributed?
Yeah, each of the colleges, again, because they're unique, gets to decide. So I can tell you at Clackamas, we have a fund for students who need help with maybe it's an electric bill, maybe it's some gas money so they can get to their class. It's that little bit of extra to make sure that they've got what they need to be successful. I've heard others that are interested in supporting their food banks and doing some other kinds of things around that basic needs support. But it's going directly to those students all over the state.
And I love that. It goes back to, each community they know their community and how best to help everybody out. And that's the other part that I think is just really cool too, is going to each one of these different cities here, and checking it out. And Oregon's a pretty diverse place and landscape and different places to go. And you're going to go see them all, and you're going to be running though for it. So
I'm going to see this. That's for me personally, to be able, and my wife and I were talking about this, to be able to see the state like this. Yeah. We're going to be in some towns that we've never been in before and seeing some parts of the state that we've never seen before. I'm super excited about that part of it, and just really meeting people throughout Oregon.
And when does it start?
June 16th.
June 16th. All right. So.
Oh, and I'll just say for people that are interested in tracking, when we get started, there will be an interactive map. You'll be able to follow me. I'll have a tracker on. You'll be able to see where I'm at and really participate, virtually. And I welcome people coming out and running with me or cheering or whatever they want to do. So.
Perfect. Well, thank you very much for having some time to talk to us about this. And I know that you're at a conference right now, and taking a break here to join us. But yeah, thanks for sharing this, and it's really, really cool and inspiring what you're doing. So thanks for being here on Fox 12 Now.
Yeah, thanks very much. Thanks for having me on. I appreciate the interest.
All right. Again, really fascinating way to raise some money there, and appreciate having Dr. Tim Cook on this show. And thanks for joining us again. This is Fox 12 Now. If you've never watched this before, thanks for doing so. There's plenty of other interviews and segments to follow along with. The Fox 12 Oregon app is a great way to do it. Even our YouTube channel or KPTV.com or the Fox 12 Now tab. Those are also good ways to check out some of the content that we have, and it's wide and varied, and we cover a lot of things. Feel free to send me an email, fox12now@kptv.com. That's fox12now@kptv.com. If you have an idea for a segment or something that you want to pitch, feel free to do so, and maybe we can make a segment out of that. But that's it for right now. I'll talk to you soon. I'm Greg Nibbler. This is Fox 12 Now.